What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of, well, I guess, more technical issues. It seems like that is Phil's lot in life. If he's not talking about RGB lighting, he's talking about technical problems. I guess when your podcast and your gameplay is as boring as Phil, you might as well talk about something, not as boring, I guess. Who the heck knows? Anyway, the daily rap was a long one. It was about 12 minutes long. Your boy Doody did condense it a bit. We got it down to a little under 10 minutes. Not sure if I'm going to watch the whole thing, but anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the daily rap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 27th of January, 2025, a full and fun streaming day. Let's talk about what went down. First off, on today's Level 1 podcast, we talked about a few topics, notably the fact that the Sakura box snack box had arrived, and I showed off very briefly what it's going to look like when we unbox and try out some of the snacks for the next DSP Tries It when we hit 90 goals hit. We're currently at, well, today we started at 83. I'll tell you where we are by the end of the day in this video. So this is awesome. No fast food next DSP Tries It. Instead, snacks from the Sakura box. This will be an awesome DSP Tries It, very different from previous ones that we've done. More of a throwback to the old style DSP Tries It from over a decade ago, actually. Okay?
Okay, so let me take the positive spin on this. So, good job doing something different. Finally listening to your viewers, listening to your critics after almost 90 streams. So good job there. I'll give you a little clap for that. Now the criticism. Really, Phil? More food? I'm sorry, I know it's a snack and it's not McDonald's, but it's still a food. It's still food. It's still you eating. It's still watching you gorge like a pig. Like, bro, way to think outside the box, but like press up against the box as close as you can. I'm not doing fast food, folks. I'm doing snacks. Ah, bro, come on. There's so many things you could be doing that could be an added benefit. I mean, I say this all the time when Phil complains about support and how he bitches to his viewers that they're not donating or whatever. And I say, no, well, wait a minute, Phil. Just because no one's dropping you a $10 super chat doesn't mean they're not donating. They're donating their time, which is the most valuable thing anyone can ever give someone. It's their time. And, I've talked about ad revenue and watch time and engagement and how that is a form of currency for Phil. But of course, unless he's getting a 10 spot in his pocket, Phil can't tangibly understand that, And he knows, he understands it. It's just, he chooses not to do that because he would then not have a reason to bitch and complain about low support. But yeah, Phil, you could be doing so much. You could be doing, say, a Q&A session, a special Q&A session that's maybe not recorded, maybe just a hangout session. Why not go to your Discord and maybe fire up something on your Discord? You can definitely do gameplay with your viewers. For example, the reason why you claim you don't do gameplay with your viewers is because you're streaming the content, right? And that means anyone can see your lobby or whatever and go in and harass you, right? Well, if you're off stream and you're not streaming your content and you have your viewers in your Discord that are actually invited to that Discord, then you can actually play with them without any problem. But of course, Phil won't do that because he feels like, well, I'm going to lose streaming time. I'm not going to be able to monetize those videos, because I'm not recording it. How about you do this, Phil? How about you don't stream it? You record it and then you post it later. That way you don't run into a problem with people stream sniping you or whatever, right? There's just so many ways of Phil doing it. You can give away cheap gift cards, man. I've said this ad nauseum over and over again, but of course, no. And the reason why he likes to do the food is because he's benefiting from him. He is spending a little bit of money, but he's the one benefiting. That's why he likes the feasting with the pig, because he's actually not giving anything to anyone. He's spending a little bit of money, but of course, he benefits the reward. And on top of that, we heard him yesterday talk about how these feasting with the pig videos get the most views on his channel, which isn't much. I mean, that's like That's like bragging that you're the tallest midget in the circus. It really doesn't matter. It's not that much of a it's not that grand of a thing for to be bragging about. But anyway, that's why he likes to do those videos. Okay, then stream your content with your people. Don't post it live, like don't stream it live, and then go ahead and upload the video once you're done. That way everyone wins. But of course, he'll complain and say, well, he doesn't make enough ad revenue. Dude, it's always a fucking complaint with this guy. He always finds a reason for not wanting to do something. And I'm sorry, if you're asking someone for $1,500 to achieve some goal, you better give something noteworthy. Not just fucking, I'm going to order DoorDash. It's going to get tired. It's going to get very tiring soon. You can already tell he's already struggling now to get support. I mean, he's counting on one whale to come in and drop $100 just to even get him to the $150 tip goal or the $150 goal. And it's just going to keep dwindling and dwindling and dwindling. Wait until we get into like February, March, April, those really slow, dead months of streaming where there's no games, there's nothing. Well, you're going to see how much Phil starts pumping on the begging then. You think he begs now? He's going to triple the beg. Anyway, let's keep going.
So, as I'm, doing that, I'm getting constant tech issues. Okay? First, the lighting goes off again. Then, as you can notice, I no longer have the shock guard here on the mic. The shock guard that I had bought off Amazon broke live during the stream. I wasn't even touching it. It just went and snapped and started dangling, and the mic was going crazy, wiggling all over the place. I'm like, that's obviously not good. You don't want your mic wiggling all over the place. Tried to fix it, wouldn't fix. Piece of junk, basically. China made, very poor construction. Used it for less than a month, already broken. Piece of crap. So then, we're doing all of that, right? Later on in the show, I'm actually over here on my gaming PC, and we are looking at a website because someone wants to donate this very expensive rum cake. This is an Italian rum cake that is a tradition in Italian cuisine, and I've had them before. And they said they wanted to donate this to me because they want it to be a special celebration when we hit 100 goals hit for that marathon that we're going to do. I was like, oh, that'd be something neat to do, to have like a cake and have it here on stream during that marathon. That'll be sweet. So as we're looking at the cake, all of a sudden, my gaming PC freezes. The video cuts out. It starts beeping wildly, and then it comes back. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't understand what's happening. I'm so confused. I'm scratching my head. It was tech horror. So if you want to see a cool highlight of this, I made a highlight video of it that I will upload tonight. You will laugh your ass off because of my reactions and how frustrated I get about it. Good news is, after that, my wireless stayed connected all day. The lights stayed on. This camera did not malfunction today at all. It seems to be working fine now that I've swapped USB ports. So maybe it was a powering issue of the USB ports or my motherboard. And even though this microphone did not have the shock guard, it still worked fine today. Okay, so overall, even though it was kind of an annoying day on the podcast, we got through it. Then, today's main gameplay stream was Dark Souls Remastered.
So Phil here, yet again, is having more technical issues. And instead of really getting to the heart of it and trying to fix it, he's just going to continue muddling through it. Like, it's obviously a problem with your hardware, Phil. I mean, I don't really think it's a software problem. I think it's a hardware issue, Phil. Because when shit like that starts disconnecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting, it's typically either something wrong. It's typically the motherboard. That's usually it. Either the motherboard or you're not getting enough power to the motherboard, which could be a PSU issue where your PC is underpowered. It could be one of those two, Phil. And I'm sorry, all of this fucking fiddling around, and trying to do workarounds like a USB power adapter, it's not going to help, Phil. It's not going to help. You're going to need to address the main issue. You're going to have to take it to a professional, Phil, and you're going to have to pay some money and get it diagnosed, and you're going to have to see whether it's a motherboard issue or whether it's a power supply issue. And if it's either or both, you're going to need to replace it, Phil. And that's something that's going to take you at least a day or two to get done. It's not something that just, doesn't, it's not something you can get fixed in literally 20 minutes. They have to take apart your whole PC to replace the motherboard. It takes time. Plus they have to back up all your information. just in case they lose something or whatever. It's not something slow. And if they have to get a new motherboard, they may need to reset the BIOS. I mean, it takes a good deal, and something can really get screwed up. So you just need to get it done. You need to bite the bullet and get it done. You need to take one of your day offs, go to fucking Best Buy, Geek Squad, someone. I mean, or just a local PC, person that fixes in your area, and just get it diagnosed and fixed. Because what's gonna happen one day is that's just gonna, you're gonna turn it on, and it's not gonna turn on because you're gonna cause a short. Because all of this connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting is gonna cause a short in your motherboard or in your power supply. And then you're going to be shit out of luck. So take the advice, Phil. Don't keep fucking with it. Don't keep thinking this will go away. Typically, when these type of issues do get encountered like this, it's usually a hardware problem. So go ahead and get your shit fixed. Stop being a cheap ass. Stop trying to find a fucking workaround. Just get it fixed. Anyway, let's keep going.
Remastered with the new graphics and also with the Age of Sunlight mod. So here's what happened today, okay? We're in the Duke's archives. And we're getting through, and I realized I got to backtrack because I found this key to go back and get a Firekeeper soul. And I'm like, oh, we got to backtrack then, in order to, get this Firekeeper soul that's locked up. It took me like a half an hour to remember how to get back through the Duke's archives and get back to the prison area to get the Firekeeper soul. It was very frustrating. Then we're trying to make a run to get to Seethe, and I get trapped by the crystal golems, and they hit me with curse. And I'm like, oh, we were almost going to go to Seethe and fight the Seethe, the Scaleless boss fight, but now we can't do it because I'm cursed. So everyone's like, you should go to New Londo, because if you go to New Londo and you do it, number one, when you're cursed, you can hit the ghosts automatically. You don't need to use that transient curse item like normally you'd have to use. You could just get through there because you're cursed normally. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that. That's cool. Maybe I won't have to use the transient curse items. But in addition to that, they're like, there's a guy there who will cure your curse. So maybe you can completely unlock New Londo, get to the
yeah, sorry folks. Yeah, Doody is calling an audible here. Sorry, I'm not gonna watch 6.5 more minutes of him talking about his boring ass gameplay. Doody's calling an audible and is gonna move on to the next video. I think I touched on the two main issues, of course, the tech support problems he's having, how his inability to be a critical fucking thinker, his consistent, his consistency where he refuses to get shit analyzed and corrected. Again, Phil, whenever you start having PC problem, unless you know what the fuck you're doing, you should take it to a professional and get it diagnosed. I mean, most smaller places won't even charge you to get it diagnosed, Phil. And they'll tell you what the hell's wrong with it, and then you can get it fixed. Not this, trying to, rig it so that it'll just work short term. I'm waiting for the fucking moment that he says his PC's bricked or dead or doesn't turn on, and then he's too lazy to take it to a place to get it fixed, or he'll start trying to fuck with it himself. Can you imagine Phil trying to? I know yesterday he said, well, if it's a power supply issue and it's under. Can you imagine Phil trying to put in a power supply on his PC and try to figure out all of these wires where every adapter goes to every component? Oh my god, dude. It'll never get fixed. That PC will be sitting in the corner of his office for the next 15 years. And what he'll do is he'll bitch and complain and then have to spend another $1,500 or $2,000 on a streaming PC because he's an idiot. But anyway, I feels like I'm going in circles. So Doody's going to call an audible and quit right here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.